Hello, everyone. Welcome to our second community call. We are soon about to launch the new website, and we have gone through a whole redesign process. The look, appearance, and feel of Dock has completely changed. And big thanks to Ray, who is our lead designer in Dock, to give us a brief agenda of what today's community call is going to be. We are going to introduce you to the new website we have created, what the story has been so far for Dock Network, what our mission is, what our vision is, why there was a need of giving this new revamp to our whole appearance, the values we have associated with the new vision of Dock, and rest all the design elements. We will be explaining them one by one throughout this community call. To give a brief introduction about our story, as you all know, we are a platform that is designed to provide a simple solution for businesses and even individuals to build, manage, issue, and present digital credentials. One thing that makes us unique is that we have a product of verifiable credentials. Verifiable credentials means with the help of cryptography and blockchain, these credentials are instantly verifiable. We have our own layer 1 blockchain. It's very scalable, it's high performance, very low cost. As you all know, when we started, initially our platform was being built on Ethereum. And as we saw throughout the crypto industry also progressed, we saw that the congestion on Ethereum, it peaked, and the fees on Ethereum also is not something we all like. So that's why we build our own proof of stake blockchain. It is substrate based. It has the same consensus mechanism as Polkadot. One thing that we could achieve with this whole transition to the proof of stake blockchain is that now all the solutions, especially which are related to decentralized identities and verifiable credentials, that will be built on Dock blockchain. They are highly scalable. The cost of issuing VCs and DIDs on Dock blockchain, it has become very minimal, and something which all the developers also like. They like scalable platforms that are very easy to build upon, and most importantly, it contributes in the expansion of the whole ecosystem. As you already know, that we are talking about two technologies, DIDs and VCs, that are very closely associated with Web3. We, in our coming months, have taken up this responsibility of promoting the adoption of Web3, especially with decentralized identities and verifiable credential solutions. We thought that, yes, we internally needed a whole change in the designs, in how we look, and the values we as an organization are imparting, being the pioneer of Web3. So this is something we are going to discuss in our today's community call at large. Starting with our mission, I would like to ask Francisco, who is our head of content, to give us a brief overview of what our mission is and what we are heading towards.
Hi, Vico. I'm Francisco. I live in Lisbon, Portugal, and I'm the head of content at Dock. So I wanted to unpack a little bit a statement we make here about enabling and empowering individuals and organizations with verifiable data. So on the individual side, let's say you are a community member who's watching. I assume you're interested in crypto, and in Web3, you probably use a MetaMask for your day-to-day transactions, and you maybe store your most precious NFTs in a Ledger wallet. And one thing I think we all like in the Web3 world is being able to own our assets. But here's the problem. Anytime you receive a certificate or a credential from an employer or an educational organization, you don't actually own these assets. The company that issued them owns it, and or even an intermediary. And an example of this, most times you see a certificate being shared on LinkedIn. You have to click a link that goes to an intermediary third party that attests that that certificate is true. So you don't actually own these certificates. And in Web3, we want to own this data. We want to own our certificates and our credentials that prove our achievements and what we've done. And that's why we're building verifiable credentials technology that allows you to have not only certificates that are tamper-proof and instantly verifiable, but also you can own them in your wallets and they'll remain verifiable. You don't have to link someone else to a third party that attests that they are verifiable. But this problem also plagues companies, and you may see in the company that you work at that right now most processes are very quick and fast. If you want to make a payment, it's one click. If you want to make an invoice, is one click. But when another company issues you a certificate or a document that you have to verify, it becomes a pain to do that. There's a lot of admin processes because paper and PDFs, and most of these documents are issued in paper and PDFs, are easy to fake and are very difficult to verify. So someone at your company or multiple people have to collect hard copies of the documents for compliance, have to scrutinize the fine details for authenticity, have to contact the issuers manually by phone or email to make sure that the documents are valid. And this is not suited for the fast-moving business world that we live in. So verifiable credentials solve this problem too, because as I said before, verifiable credentials are digital documents, and any document can be a verifiable credential, and they are tamper-proof and they are instantly verifiable. And this is what we mean by empowering lives with verifiable data, because we'll be empowering citizens' life because they will be able to store and own and manage their data and share them privately. And we'll also empower lives of people in organizations because we'll be able, or we are able, to reduce admin work a lot and make processes become much faster. And that's what we mean by empowering lives with verifiable data.
Sounds great, Francisco. And thank you for explaining in details also what verifiable credentials are and how this very fundamental level of solution which verifiable credentials provide is going to kind of transform how we deal with documentations, how we deal with data in general. But yes, I completely agree with the Web3. We want that ownership, we want that transparency, and we want that verifiability in the data. And and our product suite is also very much focused on solving these problems. This is why, yes, coming to the next slide, which is now we are about to introduce to you how our new website looks like. We have prepared a promo of this new website. You can directly go to dock.io to see the website. But other than that, the new promo video is right here. Now let's talk about why we have built this new website, and more importantly, the research that went through, the research that went behind creating this new website. For sure, we started by attaching some values that we wanted to associate. We as a brand, especially linked with two types of users or two types of organizations that are constantly partnering with us or visiting our websites. First are the organizations and people who are very much using verifiable credentials, and second is Web3. So to conclude on the qualities or the characteristics, we want to keep as a brand in the VC space. Definitely, we want security to be at the top. Security is something that is given the highest importance in Dock, and it will continue to be this way, whether it is for the VC space or for the crypto space. We are building Ethereum bridge, and the amount of let's say verifications or the amount of credibility we are keeping to ensure that the bridge is going to be 100% secure. All the steps are being taken behind that process. So maintaining that, yes, the VC space where the document verification will also be a prime objective. We will be making sure that the documents that are coming in or the VCs that are issued on Dock blockchain, they will be highly secure. We already have a product suite called Asserts, which is about issuing and verifying via verifiable credentials. We are building that innovative suite which is going to solve very basic problems, but in a very innovative and creative way. We want this whole product to be very simple and very user-friendly. Once, if you will go on search.dock.io and you can try this product for yourself, possibly try issuing a VC for just creating a decentralized identifier for yourself, you'll be able to see how simple it is to create a VC on our platform. So these are the characteristics we have associated with verifiable credentials and with the Dock brand as well. Coming to the Web3, yes, we are taking the responsibility of being a pioneer in the Web3 space. It is our responsibility to spread the right awareness. And as a brand, it is our responsibility to make sure that the direction in which this whole Web3 world is progressing, we are being not only just a gateway for anyone to enter the Web3. We also have a blockchain that is also acting as a protocol layer. So the whole infrastructure we are building for the Web3 world, it is setting up as a leader in the whole Web3 space. And Web3, yes, we have already identified it as a technology that is very futuristic. And second, that is infusing trust in the ecosystem, but it is also making the whole ecosystem trustless. So these two characteristics are very closely associated with Dock's new brand, that whoever is visiting our organization's website, or even talking to the community moderators or anybody in the team, we will ensure that yes, there is a high level of trust between all the Dockers, between all the participants, between the team, between everybody who is becoming a part of Dock's ecosystem. Last characteristic is revolutionary. Why we have termed this as one of our characteristics is the whole Web3. It is a revolution. We are seeing a major change from Web 2 to Web 3, and the whole decentralization of data storage, of data sharing, of data verification is going to completely change, and it is going to be a massive revolution in the space of internet. So these are the 8 characteristics and the 8 values we have associated with our brand. And in the coming slides, Ray will explain how these characteristics are associated with the brand and how we have associated these characteristics with our designs, with our typography, with our graphics, etc. So over to you, Ray.
Okay. Thanks, Vico. Hello, guys. I'm Ray. I'm from the Philippines, Cavite, Philippines. I'm a designer at Dock. I help design the website, the application, the user experience of our apps, and also help on the graphic design and this brand identity project. So as Vico mentioned, we have selected new values, new characteristic to better convey Dock. I think it's very much needed because previously the design is very Web 2. So I think this one is very much match our new values and characteristics. So one part of the brand identity is the typography. A few considerations we have is again, we want it to be revolutionary, but at the same time we want it to be simple and readable, right? So we think that this font named Satoshi, created just March of 2021, will communicate or convey these characteristics. So as you know, Satoshi Nakamoto is the pseudonym of the person or entity who created Bitcoin. So I think it really catches our attention, so I guess that's like we felt at home with it because of the name. But other than that, the font has this modern feel, and it is coming from an industrial era graphic and typographic design. So it has this geometric appearance, which I think help us visually communicate our values, both being innovative and modern and also revolutionary. So other than that, I think the last consideration we have is, again, we want it to be readable in small devices or on digital screens, and we think it's a good balance, or I mean, this font has a good balance between usability and its aesthetics. So the next element of this branding or brand identity design is the colors. So we actually explored different color palette, but we ended up with this black, a darker shade, or more saturated blue and white. I think the color palette is pretty simple. We want to, going back to our values and characteristics that we want to be associated with. We want, I think, we want the balance to be of professionalism and being futuristic. I think the high contrasting color gives us this revolutionary and futuristic vibe, and we choose this strong blue to convey security and innovativeness. And yeah, we are also incorporating like secondary color palettes to just create more variety and to the design and illustrations. And also, as you can see on this slide, there are gradients. Again, we want to incorporate this trend using gradients, because I think Dock can convey this water or waves of water that will go will go well with the brand. And later on, you can see on the website how we use these colors.
Thank you, Ray, for explaining the typography and like the color palette we have chosen. Coming to the graphic style, what we believed, yes, as Ray already mentioned, the whole transition in the appearance we have made from making the website look like Web 2 to Web 3. Same, our graphics, like earlier we had very basic thin line 2D illustrations. But now we have transitioned it to something that looks more real. It looks more 3D. So it's not just Web 2 to Web 3, it's also 2D to 3D in our designs now. And as you can clearly see, like we have built these designs that are very much focused on the future and is also focused for the enterprises. What we mean by enterprises is that our product, it is suitable for all the industries, because all the industries issue documents and they want that kind of trust and that kind of verification process in the whole documentation. We wanted to give a clear picture of what our product looks like. This is why you will see in the new website that there are many illustrations, there are many places where we are showing actually how our product is, what will you experience. This is why we have chosen this new graphic style, and we are all about promoting Web3 and all promoting decentralized data sharing. This whole new graphic style conveys that, as you can see in the first graphic also. Coming to the next, which is like kind of a comparison between our old and the new website. Ray, can you please share your thoughts on what we were before and where we have come now?
Yes, of course. As you can see in this slide, here's an example of the brand or the new brand guidelines in practice. So as in the old design, it shows a more muted color, more minimalistic design with a lot of white space. I think it's nice, but I think it doesn't represent our brand. So in the new design, we use a black background to instantly create that forward-looking look and feel. And we also create this custom illustration, as you can see on this slide, to illustrate the main purpose of verifiable credential. Like, maybe to quickly explain it, the polygon in the middle illustrates the use of blockchain technology to secure the credentials inside it. And the person holding the key is the only one who can unlock and share it. So I think we both want to make it look more eye-catching, but we also aim to make it more understandable and reduce this complexity about blockchain. And as you can see, we use black, white, and blue. predominantly, and we use the Satoshi font in here as well. So I think when you go to the website, you can experience it much better. I think it's nice. I hope you will like it, and we are open for feedback about it too. So again, this is the old versus new design, right? So in the old design, it's again I designed it. I aim to have this more minimalistic design and try to make it simple, focus on usability, and yeah, I think it works on that time. But now, because there's a lot of project and a lot of noise, you really want to catch user attention and just make it more visually pleasing. So in this example, again, it shows a more muted and minimalistic design on the side, on the old design. In the new design, actually, sorry, I'm showing the icons right now. In this design, we customize the icons to make it again more visually pleasing with the use of gradients. It's still using the monochromatic blue color palette. I think the icons is way much better compared to the outline style. It creates more it differentiates it more to the generic look, and I think it looks nice. So yeah, I think that's all for this.
Yeah, it's very great. And I really liked one thing specifically is that, you know, these white shadows we have put, they look like they are actual papers, but they are digital. They are clearly showing, like, you know, what our product is about, that there will be documents which will be converted to a digital format. With the help of cryptography, we will make these documents again instantly verifiable using Dock's blockchain. I really appreciate like how we have caught this whole feeling of what our mission again is all about. Other than this, yes, as this slide shows, we have created a special page only for our community members, for all the Dockers. And we have specially made it because with just one click, you can belong with other Dockers, you can engage in conversations with them. You can share your thoughts. There are lots of good discussions happening in our community channels about Dock, about Web3. Soon you will see many more engagement pinpoints coming on our other channels like Reddit too. So it will be my request to please go on our community page, follow all our links, check where you can also buy Dock tokens, how you can contribute in expanding Dock's brand presence by becoming a Dock captain, which is our ambassador program. Other than this, if you're a developer, you can check all our technical links, like our GitHub profile. There's a grant program going on. There's an SDK tutorial also available. You can go through them, read them. If you think that you can build, let's say maybe like a decentralized identity solution or a DApp using Dock blockchain, all the information is available there. So we have consolidated all the points which brings the community of investors, Dockers, developers together, and all the links will be available on this new community page. Yeah, so that's it for now. We thank you for becoming a part of this presentation, and thank you to Francisco and Ray as well, for helping me with explaining what the new brand is about. In the coming months, we will be seeing the rest of our landing pages also going a complete revamp, and they will be all complied to the new brand guidelines we have created now. Please help us spread the right information of the Web3, of VCs, of DIDs. And if you think you can contribute in any way in promoting our brand, please join our ambassador program. And there's a form there, just fill the form. And if we see you are a right fit, we will contact you very soon. Thank you for this presentation again.